Disney Adult Cringe by Sydney Watson. We did the previous one, now we're doing this one. This won't be good either. But, well, here we go. At least it's not overweight Disney adults.
Pooh, I waited 30 years to meet you.
Did you ever wonder why it smells so good on Main Street, USA?
Why?
Come on, it's a girly. I can't really complain. Fine. But this one is cringe.
It's because they use vanilla scents to make it smell like a freshly baked cookie.
Stop bringing children to Disney. This is an adult's playground.
Why would you act this way out in—
Like, cool, your dream was always, like, as a kiddo to go to Disneyland. Okay, for the first time. Sure, that reaction, fine. Cool. Fine, okay. But you've seen it before. Like, bro, it's not that deep.
in public?
And film yourself, by the way.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell. So about 2-ish months ago, I talked on this channel about a group of women called the plus-sized park hoppers. Yeah, these ladies.
We're plus-size park hoppers, and we range in sizes from 2X to 5X. Have you been dying to ride Dragon Racers Rally at Universal's Epic Universe, but you weren't sure if you'd fit?
And ever since then, I have wanted to talk about Disney adults in general because, yeesh. I think this is absolutely the strangest phenomenon.
You mean free content? Which it essentially is. And these big ladies, you can't just farm them.
And then just the other day, this video popped up on my Twitter feed and gave me unprecedented levels of secondhand embarrassment, and I thought, yes, now is the time to talk about these people.
Pooh, I waited 30 years to meet you. Oh my god, you're so cute. Oh my gosh, you're the cutest thing ever. I promise. Look at my little Pooh. And I have Winnie the Pooh phone case. I tell you I love you. I do. I love you, Pooh. I love you. I love you so much. Can we get a picture? Oh, yes.
At first I thought that maybe this was a young woman
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Why do you react this way? It's not even the real Pooh.
who had some sort of cognitive disability, but I've concluded that that's probably not the case. She is regrettably just a Disney adult, treating a person who is wearing a sweaty scrotum costume like he is actually Winnie the Pooh. And just to be perfectly clear, ordinarily I am one of those people who is like, let other people enjoy things. It's why I don't bully the guys who paint Warhammer, like my brother. I don't make fun of
There is nothing wrong with painting figurines. Got it?
the people who play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't even make fun of the bronies. Except for maybe the Nazism. Are the bronies the ones that do the Nazism? I don't know. But
Isn't this usually the femboys that are doing it? If I remember correctly. I thought it was the femboys doing it. I could be wrong. But I thought it was the femboys, okay? I'm pretty sure it was the femboys.
of all of the adult obsessions that started in childhood, Disney adults are the weirdest, most infantilized group of baby people. And nobody can change my mind about that. If you're not familiar with this phenomenon, the internet is full of videos of childless 20, 30, and even 40-somethings taking trips to Disney, getting dripped out in Disney merch, and getting emotional and overwhelmed when meeting Disney characters. Yeah, that Winnie the Pooh video, that's a feature of these folks, not a bug. Which, again,
A feature, not a bug. I don't know. I don't know how you could obsess over something like this hard. Personally, I don't know. I don't understand. To be fair. I guess let them have fun. But the last girlies were promoting obesity, which I did not find fun.
are probably some 18-year-old university students wearing these meat socks. I read recently that they don't actually clean these costumes out after use, which is... I don't like that for you guys. I'm very sorry that happens. Some of these people treat Disney as their only holiday destination. Others bankrupt themselves going there
Disney. It's over. Ending it all. Ending it all. We moved next to Disney World so we can visit every day. here's what our life is like. And who's paying for this? The fuck?
Constantly.
There's two types of Disney adults, okay? There's one, which is like what you think of. And then there's chic Disney adults. This is Zara, okay? Butt. Yeah, Mickey on the butt. Mickey on the shirt.
No. All of you are freaks. Let's not make it a competition. And to be very, very clear here, when I'm talking about Disney adults, I don't mean any adult who happens to like Disney movies and visits the parks. It should be obvious and go without saying, but
I think what she means is end it all. Let's back to caves and restart. See, it's not the problem if you like Disney. That's not the issue. That's not the problem I think people have. I think it's when Disney becomes your entire personality. That's when it becomes a problem. It's when, right? I always like think like the shipping communities are weird as shit. Like really weird because they fetishize shit. Like they fetishize being gay, lesbian, etc. That's the type of weird, right? When it becomes your entire personality. LGBTQ, when you being gay or lesbian or trans becomes everything you are, and there's nothing else about you except that you are that sexuality, or you identify as that. And for Disney adults, it's your hyper obsession is Disney, and that's your entire personality. Everything revolves around Disney. You got nothing else to offer.
You are in fact allowed to enjoy theme parks and enjoy films from your childhood. I'm not here to kill all of your joy. In fact, I have been to Disneyland. I got in a fight with the bartender at, I'm pretty sure at the time, the only bar in the entire complex. And then I got thrown out, and no, I don't want to talk about it. And no.
But why? But why? What are you talking about? I want to know. Like, did you actually throw hands with the bartender? Like, god damn it, I want to know.
I wasn't drunk, and I'm pretty sure I hadn't even had a single drink. I'm just difficult. And this information should surprise none of you. So yeah, obviously no shade to the people who casually enjoy Disney. It was a massive part of our childhoods, and I don't blame you for being invested in bits and pieces of it today. No, the people I'm referring to have made Disney fandom their
Why is there a whale school?
entire personality, visiting Disney dozens of times, doing deranged Disney TikTok dances, and forgetting the characters are really just some guy named Kevin.
Honestly, I had to be a Disney adult because look at these gums. Look at this ratio. It was either that or military wife, and it'll be a cold day before I come one of those. So, have a magical day.
Oh my god, they're becoming self-aware. And while we are going to have many laughs over some of the videos I'm about to show you,
It's just horrible. It was in fact not lesbian. Morgan Freeman voice. But yeah, regular Coke is good, but vanilla Coke is better. It's peak. And the worst one that ever existed is the cherry one. Whatever they thought was going on, the cherry one is horrible. Disgusting. Ugh.
I do worry that these people are unhealthily stuck in childhood. You know, instead of dipping into the nostalgia pool, they have slipped in and are just drowning. It's sort of funny because around the internet, these people are said to have what's called Peter Pan syndrome, and Disney made Peter Pan into a big thing, so there's some irony in there somewhere. Imagine you're just trying to walk through Disney and groups of random
women. It's mostly women, okay? It's mostly women. And yeah, that'd be horrifying.
women just start screaming. Just go ahead and add this to the list of reasons that I hate going out in public. Random banshee shrieking. Oh, so it turns out this is just a theme. I say this a lot, but I really do hate it here. There's a lot of things in life that I don't think are particularly necessary. Screaming in public settings is definitely one of those things, but you want to know something that is super necessary here on the Hell Gondola? Being protected on—
I mean, screaming on the ride, okay, sure. Depends on the ride. I usually don't scream. I'm like, I don't give a shit most of the time.
One of the main things that I took from watching 9 million Disney adult videos is that these people have extreme emotional reactions to basically anything Disney related. Like this woman who cried after seeing Goofy again after, I guess, a period of time of not seeing him. This has copyrighted music, which is lame, so you're gonna have to listen to me singing instead. This is 100% what I imagine is happening under the costume.
I can't do this anymore. Help! A grown man inside the costume when an adult approaches them crying at Disney. Do these guys get therapy, by the way? Free therapy. I can't do this. I can't do this. And they're acting like they're meeting the real thing. Meeting my favorite Pixar character while dressed as her. It's in a costume. This is not the real person.
And she's dressed as Joy.
This is not a real person. They know that these are not real people, right? Why does my vote count the same as theirs? This woman lost it in the Polynesian heritage of Moana 2.
This is a real person? Okay, I must ask as well. Wait, they can vote the same way I do? Something is definitely off. I think we need IQ tests before voting.
But crying, specifically, happens towards basically everything. These people cry when they see buildings. This girl cried seeing a Disney princess castle.
You are a grown fucking man crying when seeing a building in Disneyland. Is there some connection with, like, trauma or something? You Moana 2. You Moana 2. Yeah.
I'm sure it has a name, but I don't care enough to look it up. Actually, apparently this is an actual TikTok trend. Imagine just handing your friend a camera and being like, hey, would you mind filming me while I fall to my knees and cry while looking at this random building or statue or structure? I mean, at least this woman changed it up and cried seeing Disney fireworks. You can see regular fireworks at New Year, or probably the 4th of July, or Australia Day, if you're from the land down under like me. I honestly can't remember the last time.
The Dark Continent. Australia is the Dark Continent, guys. It is what it is.
That I cried like this about anything. I honestly cannot afford to. I'm too busy spending my time drinking tea and suffering. I'm also not trying to be a jerk, but I think I resonate the most with these kind of Disney reactions.
Oh, that's so sad.
Stop. Oh, it's cute. It's I thought it would be bigger than that.
That's what she said. Don't you judge me. You would have taken that opening too. Here, have a photo of me at Disney to judge because...
Sure.
Yep, this about summed up my feelings towards it. Once again, more copyrighted music. I wish that YouTube didn't copyright everything. This guy's lame. What is...
Yeah, but at least now, they're checking for community guideline violations before something gets uploaded. Slowly but surely, they're doing it everywhere. But you can watch my video. Sure, if I can fit it in, sure.
Is he doing it in public? Sorry, because there's so much copyrighted music. He captioned this, last look at the castle before heading home always hits different. I genuinely hope that this is a joke, because if it's not, you need to have your tattoos rescinded. Tattoos like this are for meatheads only. Obviously, you can see that these are not normal people just enjoying Disney for the purposes of nostalgia and, I don't know, revisiting their childhoods for like one day or whatever. These are people who are making this theme park, this profit-driven theme park, their entire personality.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. And they're easily used for getting, being, the absolute ultra pay pigs, which is really interesting.
People buy houses and condos near or apparently in the Disney parks.
I'm a single adult in my 30s, and here's why I chose to live in a condo inside Disney World.
Reason 1, public transit. Not only does Disney World offer a multitude of public transit options to get me to and from the parks, but unlike most cities in the US, the grounds follow strict ADA accessibility.
He lives in Disneyland. He lives in Disneyland. He lives there. He lives there. He lives there. Can't do this anymore.
The guidelines allowing people of all abilities to ride Skyliners, monorails, or even, well, logs.
This music has copyrighted music in the background, or I would have shown you so much more of it, but this is genuinely one of the strangest TikToks that I have ever watched, and I think it's so funny that this guy tells us immediately out of the gate that he's a single adult male. Like, yeah, we can tell, guy. That's why you're buying a condo at Disney. That is why you are buying a condo at a children's theme park. This is clearly normal behavior. There is this one YouTube account called Addicted to the Mouse, and this family moved to Orlando, Florida, just to be closer to Disney World.
We decided that we wanted to uproot our lives and move to Florida, and so
Move to Florida for Disneyland. Wait, Walt Disney would be proud. Walt Disney would go Austrian painter if he saw what these people are doing to his legacy.
we actually purchased this house that we are sitting in March of 2021.
And the moving to be closer to Disney thing is actually incredibly bizarrely common. People pick up their entire lives to move closer to a profit-driven resort complex for children. So normal and well-adjusted.
Move with us even closer to Disney World. We can now literally see the fireworks from our front porch.
Have you ever thought to yourself, what if I just do it? What if I actually follow my dreams and move next to Disney? Honestly, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're not going to like it and you're going to have to move back to where you started. It has been a little over 2 years since my husband and I actually followed our dreams.
And the husband just like went along with this retarded shit? Well, they have 2 kids now, bro. Can no longer divorce. It's gonna ruin him. So he's like in perpetual hell now. What the fuck?
Moved next to Walt Disney World and left everything that we knew behind. The hardest part is going to be getting out of your comfort zone, but then you're going to realize everything that you now have.
I was not meant to exist on a planet with other people. I just wasn't. And I guess if you can't live directly next to or inside of a Disney theme park, you can just visit it every year. Or 900 times a year. I remember reading this Reddit post back in 2024, like towards the end of the year, where a husband complained about his wife having made them go to Disney for 9 trips in a row, including their—
We have been to Disney 9 times now, and every vacation we have taken together was to go there, including our honeymoon. Divorce. Now!
honeymoon. So when he tried to take his wife to a new place for a holiday, she apparently then went behind his back and booked a Disney resort in Hawaii instead. Like, dude, why wouldn't you put your foot down after, I don't know, the 3rd trip? This is not normal. When I go on holiday, I want to be as far away from people as humanly possible. The last holiday that I went on this year, which was the first in literally years, we went to as far away from people as we could get on an island. So why would you spend your money being around thousands of people multiple times a year, every year? What kind of pathology is this? You guys also probably remember the video I made about the plus-size park.
Standing and waiting for rides and like legit every time I went into a theme park, I just got stressed. I don't want to do it. I just got stressed. I wouldn't want to do it. It's annoying. It's tiring. You have to wait the entire time. There's just like sometimes you have a lot of assholes there. Like, why would you do that? Especially at your honeymoon. At your honeymoon. What the fuck?
Coppers who I think exclusively go to Disney multiple times a year and make content testing out fitting on the rides, which mobility scooters are good for scooting their fat butts around the park, what food tastes good. I mean, apparently all of it. One of the funniest things to me about this type of human being is that they routinely complain about how expensive Disney is getting, and it's like, yeah, of course you would notice that because you go to the frickin' theme park multiple times a year. every year. You're like a drug addict. You're forking out thousands upon thousands of dollars to go to the same place every year to feed this addiction that you have.
I'm not buying lightning lanes because they used to be free. On principle, I'm not staying at a Disney resort because we used to get perks included that are no longer included.
People will quite literally go into debt trying to afford Disney's yearly membership.
Well, what was it? Who was it? Wait a minute. Let me check something. I think, and I could be wrong. But I think Caleb Hammer, if I'm not wrong, literally had to lecture two women, right? Two girlies in a relationship because they went to Disneyland while having no money and being in debt, and they go multiple times. That's how bad it is.
Membership passes.
Oh, come on.
When I was in nursing school.
There they are! There they are! Here we go. Perfect that I knew this. Nice, cool, awesome. I completely forgot that I knew this.
Well, we said...
You're talking about Disney right now?
Yes.
We're having a conversation about Mickey and his little mouse? What are we doing?
Well, I told myself it would be my treat for like finishing nursing school.
You don't get treats if you're not paying your fucking bills. You haven't paid for nursing school yet. You owe on it still. Oh, okay, what?
So the passes were $2,000
for the both of us.
$2,000? They paid $2,000? Together or separate? Together or each? $2,000? I could do so much with $2,000, bro.
What?
Both of us.
For fucking what?
For the whole year. So now we
The whole year?
can go
anytime
whenever we want.
And honestly, I think my favorite kind of Disney adult are the ones who just fundamentally hate kids. And on its nose, that sounds like a terrible statement, but they're so funny to me because they are making something for kids into their entire personality and then getting angry at children who are participating in this thing.
Good afternoon, Poker. How are you today? I'm better. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Now, these women also paid more so they can get something cheaper. So they paid more to pay more. These people are stupid.
That's meant for children.
Stop bringing children to Disney. This is an adult's playground. Why are there children here?
I went ahead and found the full video here because there were snippets of it on TikTok, and the full segment doesn't add any more useful context. These adult men are arguing that you shouldn't bring your children to Disney because they get in the way of adults who are just trying to enjoy their time there. They talk about how this one little kid almost tripped up this guy whose name is, I think, Cody, and then ask why kids are there at all.
And actually, at Epcot, I also almost got taken out by a child.
I was going to say, I thought that's what you're talking about when the girl walked under
We were
Cody's
walking outside of
legs.
Space 220.
She walked under.
And this father had no control over his child, and this child just walked underneath my legs and almost made me fall and hurt the child.
The child shouldn't even have been there because it's Disney World. Why would the child be there?
God,
Why would a child be there?
Why would a child be at those parks?
I definitely understand when adults want to experience things without a bunch of children running around and screaming. I get that in certain contexts.
I can't do this anymore. These are grown-ass men in their 30s. And they act like this? I hate Cody. I hate Cody too. These are grown fucking men in their 30s. And they act like this.
And I can relate to that sentiment in certain contexts. However, Disney is a place for families and children. You cannot go there and reasonably expect that there will be 0 kids. And because there are children who go to Disney, you need to act appropriately. Why are you doing this?
Bro, what the fuck? Why you... What? Is he filming and she's like jumping and their tits are jumping?
Out in public. I mean, this guy is doing a parody of the anti-kid people, but he's not far off.
Who brings their kids to Disneyland, honestly? Is there anywhere that's like kid-free, like adult-only zone? These wait times. It's a Tuesday. Do kids not go to school anymore? Do kids have to get the flu shot? Is that legally mandated, or am I getting sick from being here? I don't even think these kids are old enough to be on this ride. I've been dodging strollers all day.
The key to a good family vacation is bringing your mother so you can...
What is...
Ay caramba! El cringe! Help! Oh my god.
Insane, and will definitely surprise none of you, is that because of the amount of childless adult humans going to Disney parks all over the world every single year, because now this group of people actually make up the majority of people who go to these parks, Disney has obviously cottoned onto this and has started opening bars in the parks. They have after hours events and adult only events and child free events and all of these things that are now starting to excommunicate children for the thing that has long been meant for them. Yes, you heard that right. The Reddit Disney adults have monopolized
Reddit, put on your swamp suit because we are going in. It's time for a circle of hell again.
Disney. I have to show you guys this as well because when I was looking for clips to make this video, I came across this one and I think it might be real. I'm not totally sure, but apparently this is a Disney employee on one of these after hours cruises with a bunch of adults on board, just roasting them for being there, just absolutely tearing strips off of them, and it is terrific.
Please just stay home next time. Please just stay home. If you're 25 and you're thinking about coming to Disneyland, folks, it is after dark, and that means I can say what I want to say. Disney adults are genuinely weird. I'm talking.
Disney, but the intrusive thoughts win peak. Okay, today I've been considering learning more piano, since my grandfather was a concert pianist who played across the world and also acquired his first guitar from Elvis. That's pretty cool. Your grandpa was big. He says what everyone is thinking true.
Talking about you guys. There's no kids on this cruise. Why are you here? This isn't on the script. This isn't part of the bit. I genuinely think you guys are weird for being on this cruise. At least when kids are riding, they laugh. You guys just sit there on your phone, know that you paid $500 to be here today, and you don't even have a good excuse for doing it because you're all at least 20. What the hell is that? Go to a club, go to a party, or stay inside. Don't bring the vibe down on my cruise. It's weird. Mickey Mouse isn't your friend. Trust me, I know. He's my boss. He bleeds me like a vampire. The magic of this place should have worn off for you guys when you reached the age of 12.
So on the other side of this, there's
Bro really said, y'all are weird as shit. Disney's not cool. Get the fuck out of here. Kids are fun.
Argument being made that Disney adults are enjoying life way more than the rest of us. Oh my god, that's not really an argument, is it? And I've seen a bunch of explanations like these people were probably robbed of a childhood when they were actually children, and therefore they are playing it out now and doing the things they didn't have access to as children. And if that is in fact the case, I do feel very sorry for them, but I don't think that that somehow magically makes any of this behavior normal. You know, the more I think about it, I think that my primary issue is that Disney, the place where kids' dreams come true, is also quickly becoming an adult-only experience. And like, not only is the park itself gravitating towards appeasing the adults who never seem to grow up, the adults who frequent the park have also no...
Again, like going to Disneyland once. Cool, fine, right? Cool. Totally fine. But if you go 9 times back to back and even on your honeymoon, I am questioning things.
Problem complaining about sharing their experience with small children, which is completely mad. Jokey jokes aside here for a second, I do understand the argument being made by some people who've never been to Disney, never experienced it in person before, who are excited to be there and participate and do all the things. I get it. I really do. I mean, I kind of had a similar response, I guess, when I went to the Harry Potter thing in London. Oh my god, I don't remember the name of it. It's been a while. Anyway, I really enjoyed doing that. I thought it was really cool. I I got butterbeer and I walked through, I guess the sets and all of that. It's starting to get late. My brain is fried. So yeah, I do get it. I'm just not talking about you. I'm talking about the people who take this too far. And it's like these bloody people have arrested development. Like, they never quite move past their childhoods. Like, they are stuck here trying to recreate it or revisit it. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not there with them. So it's like hard to put myself in their position. But I think that's...
It might be revisiting. It might be a coping mechanism, to be fair. It's probably an unhealthy coping mechanism. For those that do it really, really often and really, really frequently, it's probably an unhealthy coping mechanism.
Some of what's going on here. It's like, as adults now in society, we are in this perpetual state of wanting to be kids again, and it's why people have turned adulting into, you know, a verb to describe doing everyday adult activities, just like regular activities. Would you frickin' focus, you stupid bloody camera? And it's a bit of a fine line to walk here, honestly. Like, I understand why some people say, well, why are you allowed to have a Lord of the Rings collection, but I'm not allowed to be obsessed with Disney? Well, in my case, number one, Legolas and fancy ring. And in your case, furries. You know, truth be told,
Yeah, true, in a way. Not fully. Mickey Mouse and Goofy and what other characters there are.
I'm clearly not the arbiter of which things from our childhood are acceptable and which things are cringe, but I do think that in the case of Disney adults, the reason why this is so is because these people take what should otherwise be a reasonably normal, casual interest and turn it into a full-blown obsession. And so, you see, maybe most of us wouldn't have a problem with this if it weren't so performative and loud. And maybe if they weren't trying to box out little children from the very magic that they're trying to create for themselves. So there you have it, the irony of adults going to Disney to live out their childhood dreams, while also simultaneously denying the luxury of this same thing to the next generation of tiny people. We're all so healthy socially right now, aren't we? There's no clean way to really finish off this video. If you guys like these kind of more reaction style ones, let me know. They're actually a lot of fun to make. But I will just say this, you know, Disney adults are obviously not going away anytime soon. Disney just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
See, they're just, like, easy to farm at this point, right? They are. They're just, like, really easy to farm. They're essentially, if you really want to put it like that, free content. So I don't see any issue. Elvis bought my grandfather a classic car. I forgot the brand, but that's also pretty cool. Bro, that's crazy. That's cool. That's really cool. That's awesome. Yo, I'd be like, I'd never forget this. I'd never forget this. This would be my like peak moment.
And these people are just getting more and more infantilized, so we're just going to see this continue to grow. But I will say, in the end, that I'm never going to stop finding this weird. I'm never going to stop finding these people weird, but hopefully a huge portion of human beings can do their best to grow up. At least that's what I hope for. Now, on that note, just a quick reminder to check out Surfshark using the link in the description. I have actually used them for years. They've been a sponsor of this channel for years. I've always liked them. They're the only VPN that I've ever used. So if you are in need of a VPN, absolutely check them out. Now, I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think about this one?
Simple. What I think about this is simple. We might need to bring back asylums. Because going back to Disney 9 times, even on your honeymoon, moving into a condo at Disney, crying when you see a person in a costume, and even, just other things, glorifying obesity while being at Disney, we have reached the limit. We have reached the limit. Bring back the asylums. Make Disney for kids again, and not for people in their 30s who can't get their shit together. Anyways. Like, comment, and subscribe.